Jai Hind dosto, this is Ananya, your master teacher at Vedantu Pro Social Science. How are you all? I hope you guys are taking very good care of yourself. So bachcho, what are we going to do today? Today in this video, I am going to cover the entire chapter of resources and development in one shot. Means I am going to cover entire chapter, all the topics of this chapter in one shot. I always suggest the students to watch one shot video just before the exam so that you can revise this entire chapter quickly. Guys, in my previous video, I have explained each and every topic in detail. So this topic or this video is going to be a one shot video or recap video of the entire chapter. So make sure that you guys attend or watch this video till the end. All right. So guys, last time I gave you some homework questions and let me tell you many students gave the right answer in the comment section, but I have selected 3 students who gave the fastest answer in the comment section. Let's see the question first. The question was, which of the following is not a measure for soil conservation? So there were 4 options given to you. You have to select which of the following is not a measure for soil conservation. So that is overdrawing of groundwater. This is not a measure of soil conservation. The above 3, strip cropping, terrace cultivation and shelter belts, comes under soil conservation. Next one, geothermal energy in Puga Valley and Parvati Valley are developed resources. So in my previous videos, I have explained everything about stock, developed reserves, potential. So this comes under developed resources. The next question we had was, soil is the most important resource. The statement is true or false? And obviously, guys, soil is a most important resource because it is a basic raw material for plant growth and basic raw material for our survival. Simple as that. So soil is the most important raw material, most important resource. The statement is true. So let's see, guys, which students gave the fastest answer in the comment section, and that is Indira. Kya baat hai? Followed by Ran and Mayuri. That is amazing. Yeah, that is amazing. And congratulations to all the students who attempted this question in the comment section. Guys, I know it feels special to come on leaderboard, but yeah, it is equally important to try. Okay, and congratulations to all the students who tried this question and everyone gave the right answer. That's amazing, guys. Let's continue with this topic. Guys, पहले हम समझेंगे what is a resource. Guys, everything which is available in our environment and which is used to satisfy our needs. Okay, like for example, I can consider this laptop as a resource because it is satisfying my need. With the help of this resource, I am able to teach you. I can consider this marker, as stylus as a resource. I can consider my phone as a resource. So everything which is available in our environment like water, forest, air, resources, mineral resources, all those things are considered as resource. So everything which is available in our environment and which is used to satisfy our needs is termed as a resource. But we have to keep 3 things in mind. The resources should be technologically accessible, means we should have the technology to use that resource, to extract that resource. Second, it should be economically feasible, it should be affordable, and it should be culturally acceptable. It should be acceptable by the people living in the society. Okay, then only we can term any substance as a resource. So everything which is available in our environment and which is used to satisfy our needs, provided it should be technologically accessible, economically feasible, and culturally acceptable, then it is termed as a resource. All right, guys, to convert any substance into a resource, there is a interrelation between the physical environment, technology, and institutions. So guys, what humans does? Okay, by the way, my drawing is really very good. Okay, so guys, how humans interact with the environment, how this is interrelated, let's see. Guys, humans interact with the physical environment because the resources are available in environment. Okay, let's take an example, coal is available in, okay, it is available in environment, right? So how the coal will be extracted? With the help of technology. So with the help of the technology, we will extract the coal. Technology is made in institutions. Are you guys understanding? So human beings develop the technology in institutions And with the help of technology, we extract the resources and we convert those substances into the usable form. That is what is how the resources, how the substances are converted into a resource. Guys, let's understand about the types of resources. My dear students, resources can be classified into four major types. The very first part is on the basis of origin. On the basis of origin, we have got further two types, biotic or biotic. It is very simple. Biotic, living things. Abiotic, non-living things. For example, flora, fauna, fisheries, livestock, everything will come under biotic. Even humans comes under biotic. Abiotic, rocks, metals, all these comes under abiotic resources. So resources, the types of resources, the very first one we have is on the basis of origin, biotic, abiotic. Second, on the basis of exhaustibility, renewable, non-renewable. So guys, what are renewable resources? The resources which can be renewed or reproduced. So the resources which can be renewed or reproduced again and again in a very short period of time. Okay, that is considered as a renewable resource. For example, water, air comes under renewable resource. Non-renewable resources. These resources takes millions of years for its reformation. And there are few resources which will not be reproduced once they are exhausted. So it will take millions of years for its for again for that particular resource to be formed once again. So those are considered in or categorized in non-renewable resource. For example, fuel. Okay, fossil fuels can be considered and as an example of non-renewable resources. So renewable resources takes less period of time to get renewed, and non-renewable resources takes a very long period of time, like millions of years for its reformation. Then it is categorized into non-renewable resources. The third one, on the basis of ownership. On the basis of ownership, resources can be classified into further four types: individual, community, national, and international. Now, where this is something I will explain once again in detail, but I want you guys to watch my previous videos as well, wherein I have given you extra information about national and international. Okay, so what is an individual resource? I can consider my phone as an individual resource. I can consider my specs as individual resource. I can consider my hairband as individual resource. Okay, so these are also owned privately by individual. My house comes under individual resource. Second, community owned resource. There are resources which are accessible to all the members of the community. Like for example, playground, burial grounds. All these comes under community owned resources. People living in the society can use all those resources. That is community owned resources. Third, and a very important one, national, and the fourth one, international resources. What are national resources? That's practically everything within the country, be it the forest, or be it the wildlife, or be it the minerals. Everything within the political boundaries of a nation is a property of country. All right. And there is some extension also. Let's see what is the extension. All the minerals, water resources, forest, wildlife, land within the political boundaries and oceanic areas up to 12 nautical miles from the coast is termed as a territorial water. Now, what is the meaning of territorial water? Okay. Now, guys, you can see this coastline. The coastline of India is 9th standard में पढ़ा था 7,516.6 kilometers, including Lakshadweep and Andaman and Nicobar Island. Okay. So, guys, away from the coastline, let's say 12 nautical miles, 22.2 kilometers. Guys, up till this area, this will be the property of nation. Up till 12 nautical miles. This is known as territorial water. Means whether it is living or non-living, everything which is found within 12 nautical miles is known as territorial water, and we have full right over the resources which are available till 12 nautical miles from its coastline. I hope you guys are understanding. Okay, so this is what is a national resource. If you want to understand this part in detail, once again, make sure that you guys are watching my previous videos as well, wherein I've explained everything about the territorial sea, about contiguous zone, the exclusive economic zone, everything in detail. All right. Now, what is international resource? Guys, the oceanic areas beyond 200 nautical miles comes under exclusive economic zone. Means till 12 nautical miles, it is purely a property of our country. Okay, no country have the right to extract or exploit the resources which are there till 12 nautical miles. Okay, guys, this can be extended till 200 nautical miles, but beyond 200 nautical miles, it comes under open sea or high sea, and no country has the right to exploit the resources which are there beyond 200 nautical miles. For that, if any country wants to exploit the resources which are there beyond 200 nautical miles, then in that case, country has to take permission from international organizations. And there are such international organizations which gives permission to extract the resources which are there beyond 200 nautical miles. So that comes under international resources. All right. So this was a classification on the basis of ownership. The third one, on the basis of status of development, we have potential, developed, stock, and reserve. So let's see what is potential. Guys, in potential resources, we have already identified the resources. What is the meaning of identified? We know that resources are available, but due to some or the other reason, we are unable to use that resource. Are you guys understanding? Like, we know that resources are available, but due to some political reason, or it can be due to lack of technology, we are unable to utilize the resource. We have identified, we know resources are available, but due to various reasons, we are unable to use it as a resource. That comes under potential. Second, developed. Developed resources are those resources which we have already identified. We know the quantity which is available. We know the quality of the resources. We have the technology and we are making the use of those resources. That comes under developed. So currently, presently, we are making the use of these resources, comes under developed. Third, stock. Guys, stock is a resource wherein we do not have the technology. And what I said you, what are resources? Anything which is available in our environment and which is used to satisfy our needs, provided it should be technologically accessible. So in stock, we have identified the resource, but we do not have the technology. And if we do not have the technology, we cannot use that thing as a resource. Simple. And the subset of stock is reserve. The term will only give you the explanation. The term will give you the explanation of what is something of reserves. We know we have identified the resources, we have the technology also, but purposely we have kept some resources for the future generation, so that in near future also we can do development. So that comes under reserves. All right. Okay, guys, continuously I'm telling you that make sure that you guys are watching this video for a quick recap just before the exam. If you want to understand everything in detail, I want you guys to watch my previous videos in which I have explained everything in detail with examples also. Okay, this will help you to just have a quick recap before the session, a day before the exam. All right, next we have development of resources. Okay, so guys, we saw these four classification. Let me show you these four classification quickly. First, on the basis of origin. Second, on the basis of exhaustibility. Third, on the basis of ownership. And fourth, on the basis of status of development. Guys, make sure that you guys are hitting the like button and also subscribe to our channel. It is absolutely free. All right, great. Now, guys, it is very, very important to develop the resources. Development of resources is very, very important. We have to judiciously use the resources. Judiciously means we have to carefully use the resources. All right, because resources are in very limited quantity. So we have to carefully use these resources. But still, do you know there are many issues which are related to resources? Like, for example, many resources are depleting, many resources are reducing, the quantity is reducing. How the quantity is reducing? It can be due to accumulation of resources in few hands. So there are few people, there are few countries, there are few organizations which have got the accumulation of majority of the resources. So what they will do? They will exploit the other people. They will exploit the other countries. Indiscriminate exploitation of the resources. Indiscriminate means what are we doing? With the help of the technology, we are extracting all the resources. Maximum of the resources we are extracting. Because of which what is happening? Today we are able to develop this world. But what about if these resources get exhausted permanently? What about the development in near future? Not only this, what about the environmental pollution which is created? So due to the indiscriminate use of these resources, lots and lots of problems are created like global warming, ozone layer is depleting, pollution is increasing, land is degrading. There are many issues due to which because of this indiscriminate exploitation of these resources. So to avoid all these things, what we have to do? Guys, we have to plan the resources. And how we will plan the resources? By having a concept or by implementing a concept of sustainable development. My dear students, if we want to avoid global warming or if we want to avoid depletion of ozone layer, if we want to avoid environmental pollution and any problems like these problems which are stated on the screen, the only way we can counter, we can overcome these problems by involving a concept of sustainable development. Now, Bacho, what is sustainable development? I'll read this definition, which is very, very important. Sustainable development means development should take place without damaging the environment. Development should take place, but without damaging the environment, and development in the present should not compromise with the needs of the future generation. Are you understanding? Means development in the present should not exhaust all the resources wherein it will compromise the development in the near future. So guys, what is sustainable development? Protecting the environment as well as taking care of the development of the future people as well. That is what is sustainable development. My dear students, pause the video, note this definition. This is very, very important. This can come for 1 mark. Explain what is sustainable development. This can come for 1 mark. A very important concept. All right. Next. So guys, there was an Earth Summit which was there in year 1992 in Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro is in Brazil. So there was a meeting which was conducted in 1992 and nearly representatives of 100 countries attended that meeting. The objective of that meeting was sustainable development and protection of environment. What can be done at country level? What can be done at national level? That was decided. Lots and lots of things were decided, and the agenda which was decided was known as Agenda 21. And this Agenda 21 was signed by all the representatives who were present in that particular meeting, which was held in year 1992. Okay, why it is known as 21, 21st century? Let me give a short summary of Agenda 21. Agenda 21 focuses on sustainable development, protection of environment. Simple as that. All right, let's see guys further. Resource planning. As I told you that resources are depleting, but it is very, very important to plan these resources. How we can carefully use these resources? Let's understand. Guys, like we are already aware that there are some regions which are rich in certain types of resources, but are deficient in some other resources. Like if I give an example of northeast of India, Assam or Arunachal Pradesh, it is rich with water resources, but it lacks in infrastructure. There are few areas like if you go to Rajasthan, it is rich with solar energy, wind energy, but again, it lacks in technology. Are you understanding? Like regions rich with resources, but lacks in technology. Regions rich with technology, but lacks in resources. So it is very, very important that we have to plan these resources because resources are not evenly distributed. हर जगह पे same distribution नहीं है. Resources are not evenly distributed. They are unevenly distributed. So for that, planning is very, very important. How the planning is done? Let me tell you, it is very simple. How the resource planning is done in India? Okay, let's see. First of all, The very first step is identification. First, we need to identify which resources are available, where they are available. I hope you're understanding. So the very first step is identification of resources. In identification, there are 4 steps. First, we understand, we identify which resources are available by surveying it. We first survey which resources are available. Like for example, if I tell you coal is available in India, how we came to know that coal is available in India? With the help of survey. Okay. Second, after understanding that with the help of survey, we came to know that coal is available in India. Where it is available, we will map it. Okay, we will identify. Let's take an example. After doing a survey, we came to know that the areas within these red, this area consists of coal. Let's take an example. We came to know that in Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, in some part of these areas, coal is available. We will map it. Like in this area, coal deposits are there. After surveying, after mapping it, we will identify what is the quantity and quality. What is the quantity, what is the quality of that coal which is available. All right. So this is how the similar thing will happen in for the other resources as well. So the very first step is identifying the resources. Second, once we identified, now we have to extract these resources. We have to take out these resources. What we will do in that case, we will evolve a planning structure. Okay, like we will evolve, we will try to implement an appropriate technology. We will try to implement skilled as well as unskilled laborers, everything, and we will try to extract these resources with the help of mining activities. And finally, we will match the resource development plans with the overall national development plans. The third step will be after identifying which resources are available in India, after extracting these resources, we will come to know that are the resources which are available, are they matching the demands of the people? If the demand is more, supply is less, we are in deficit. So in that case, we will import the resources. If we are in surplus, we may export the resources and we will get foreign exchange. So this is how the planning is done. Coal here is just an example I gave you. Students, I hope you are able to understand. Yes, great. That's amazing, guys. Do not forget to hit the like button. Now, guys, Gandhiji once said, there is enough for everybody's need and not for anybody's greed. Means the resources which are available in India, they are enough for everybody's need. But if you become greedy, then it is not enough. So this was said by Gandhiji. Conservation of resources. Okay. All right, guys. So before we move ahead, a very important thing I want to tell you. I know you guys are having fun. You guys are able to understand everything. But the students who are not aware about our subscription, pro subscription plan, let me tell you guys an amazing feature of Vedantu. Why you should enroll to Vedantu. Guys, it will just take 2 to 3 minutes. I just want you to listen. Okay. Why you should join Vedantu. First of all, guys, we are giving you a promise. What is that promise? Before I tell you about this promise, which is never ever given by any of the offline or online institute. This is for the very first time Vedantu is giving you a promise. What is that promise? Before I tell you, I just want you to understand the benefits of enrolling to Vedantu. First of all, here you will find unlimited live classes. You can attend unlimited lectures. Yes, with all the high level quizzes. So basically, when you enroll to Vedantu, when you basically compete with the students across the globe. Q, because students in Vedantu are not only from across India, but they are from different countries also. So just look at the competition you have. Not only this, you can also watch the replays. If you miss out the session due to any reason, if you miss out the session, you can watch our replays. And these replays are interactive. Interactive replays means you actually participate in the quizzes and you can also find your name in the leaderboard. So it is as like it is equivalent to like a live session. Not only this, you can also download all the handwritten notes of the master teachers. Yes, so the problem of notes is also solved. Not only this, class doubt solving. If you have any question, are you guys able to ask me doubts over here? No. But over there, you guys can ask me doubts. Doubts are solved during the sessions. Jitne doubts पूछने, you guys can ask me doubts. Quality tests are taken. Assignments are given to you. Not only this, unlimited micro courses and crash courses. Guys, you have an access to all the micro courses and crash courses, which is going to be absolutely free for you. Do you know what are micro courses? Let's take an example. You are attending any long-term batch and you attended one chapter of resources and development. Afterwards, you felt that you again want to attend this lecture. You do not want to watch the replay. You don't want to watch the replay, but yeah, you want to attend a separate course for resources and development. You can attend the micro courses as well, and that too unlimited. Yes. So ये भी problem solve हो गया. So simple guys. कहने के मतलब ये है कि you are getting more and more number of classes with lesser the price. It is very simple guys. How to get all these benefits? The link is there in the description box and it is also pinned in the comment section, the very first comment. Just click on that link. You will be redirected to a website. Okay, like guys, these are our plans. Guys, in every plan there are some or the other advantages. Whatever benefits I said you, that is available in our Pro Lite subscription. You can take this plan for 1 year as well, or else you can try it for 1 month also. I always suggest the students to try it for a month, because guys, once you try it for a month, at least you will get an experience. Like whatever we are saying, are we giving all these things to you? So try it for a month. And the most amazing part, if you apply my coupon code as AD Pro, like for the 1 month, it is 3,400. If you apply my coupon code as AD Pro, it will come down to 3,060 rupees. So whatever benefits I said you, all those things you will get in 1 month. Yes. You can also take it for 1 year. And if you apply my coupon code as AD Pro, the price will come down. Similarly, guys, there are many benefits of other plans as well. Like if you take our Pro Classic subscription, here you will get doubt solving app. So after the session, if you have any queries, you can solve your queries via this app. If you want a personal mentor, that a person should be there with you throughout the year to help you with all your assignments, all your queries, then you can take our Pro Plus subscription. And the best part is like all the plans are available in 1 month also. So you can try it for a month. You can also get my coupon code as AD Pro and the price will come down. So guys, personally, I'm teaching in all these batches. Hurry up and enroll to these sessions. Guys, I always tell the students, whatever plan you take, end of the day, the price will be zero. Do you know why? Because when you can attend unlimited, then you divide it with any number. If you divide it with infinity, it will come to zero. Yes. Now, guys, coming to the promise which I said you. This promise no one will give you. This is never ever given by any offline or online institute except Vedantu. What is that promise? Guys, after taking our long-term batches for entire year, if you feel that there has been no progress as per your expectations, अगर आपको लगा there has been no progress, get your course fees back without any questions. Yes, you have heard it right. No one will give you guys this one. Like if you find that there has been no progress, you will get your course fees back. No questions asked. We just need a small commitment from your end. Only 75% of the attendance should be there, and the assignments which are given to you, at least 75% of the assigned tests should be completed. After this also, if you feel that as per your expectation, you have, like if in the case of performance improvement, as per your expectations, you have not improvised, then I will return your fees back without any questions. This is the promise Vedantu is giving you. So what are you waiting for, guys? Be quick and enroll to our sessions. I'm personally teaching in all these batches. So come over there. We will have a great time. All right. Now, guys, after understanding the entire resources, we saw the different types of resources. We saw the meaning of resources. We saw the different types of resources. Now, guys, coming to the land resources. Now we will understand two types of resources: land as a resource, soil as a resource. Okay, let's see. Now, guys, land is a very important resource. Do you know why? Because most of the economic activities goes on land, be it development of industries, construction of roads, construction of communication, everything. Most of the things goes on land. So land is a very important resource. We do agricultural activities on land, but the way we use a land, it depends upon many purposes. It depends upon various things. Like for example, if you look at India, look at this pie chart. 43% area is a plain area in India. 27% is a plateau. 30% is mountain. So depending upon the land we have, we make the use of those resources. Are you understanding? Like we cannot use deserted areas for agriculture, or it is very difficult. It is not convenient to use deserted areas for agriculture. But yeah, if you talk about plain areas, we can use the plain areas as an agricultural area. Yes, definitely. So it depends upon the type of land we have in our country. Okay. Based on this, guys, land is utilized for various purposes. Like for example, land can be used for forest. Land can be used for other than agriculture. Like for example, land can be put in use for building of roads, for construction of houses, for construction of factories. So land can be put to non-agricultural use also. Okay? Land can be used for permanent pastures and grazing land. What is meaning of permanent pastures and grazing land? For the cattle to graze. So there is a land which is kept only for the cattle to graze, to have their food. So that is permanent pastures and grazing land. Land under culturable wasteland. Now, what is culturable wasteland? Guys, culturable wasteland means the land which can be cultivated, but this land is not under cultivation for more than 5 years. From last more than 5 years, the land is not under cultivation, but it can be put under cultivation. So that type of land is known as culturable wasteland. My dear students, this is very, very important. Make sure that you keep a note of this. What is culturable wasteland? The land which can be put for cultivation, but from last more than 5 years, it is not used for cultivation. Again, there may be various reasons for it. So that is culturable wasteland. Next, fallow land. Guys, fallow lands are of two types. One is current fallow and one is other than current fallow. What is current fallow land? Guys, the land which is kept fallow, which is not used for cultivation for less than 1 year. The land which is not used for cultivation for less than 1 year, that comes under current fallow land. All right. Now you'll have a question, sir. Why? Guys, it is for the increasing the fertility of the soil, to increase the productivity of the soil. The land, some part of the land is not put for cultivation for some time, for some agricultural season. So that is known as current fallow land. So the land which is not put for cultivation for less than 1 year, that is current fallow land. And what is other than current fallow land? The land which is left fallow between 1 and 5 years. So from the last 1 to 5 years, if the land is not under cultivation, that comes under other than current fallow land. All right. Then we have got net sown area, the area which is under cultivation. The area which is under agriculture, that comes under net sown area. All right. So guys, this is how the land is utilized for various purposes. Next, guys, let's see the factors which are responsible for land degradation. There are many factors which are responsible for land degradation. Let's understand some of the factors due to which the land gets degraded, like deforestation, overgrazing. This image is giving us the information about deforestation. This is overgrazing. This is mining activities. So due to all these reasons, the land gets degraded. The quality of the land gets reduced. It can be degraded due to all these reasons. Alright guys, this was about land resources. Let's come to soil as a resource. Guys, one thing you have to remember, soil as a resource is a very important raw material for plant growth. Okay, so our entire life depends upon plant, and soil is basically a raw material for plant growth. Okay, so soil as a resource, again, it is a very, very important resource. Alright guys, now I will tell you the different types of soil, the distribution of soil in India. The same map of major soil types you will find in your NCERT also. We will understand everything in detail. Okay, let's have a quick look on all the types of soils in India and its distribution. The very first we are going to discuss is about alluvial soil. My dear students, alluvial soil is the most fertile soil you will find in India. It is the most fertile soil you will find in India. It is very good for agriculture and it covers the North Indian plain like Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Assam. All these areas, the northern belt of India is covered by alluvial soil. Now the question arises, how this soil is formed? Guys, this soil is formed due to the depositional work done by the rivers. Okay. So like guys, let me show you the map of India. This is river Indus. Here we have river Brahmaputra and here we have river Ganga. Okay, and there are many tributaries of these rivers. So guys, all these tributaries are carrying alluvium with it. And what is alluvium? The sediments which are carried by the river, the eroded materials which are carried by the river, those sediments are known as alluvium. And when that alluvium is deposited in this North Indian plain, it has given rise to formation of alluvial soil. Guys, alluvial soil is the most fertile soil you will find in India. It is very good for agriculture. If you look at the chemical properties of alluvial soil, you will find the proportion of nitrogen is generally low. So nitrogen is low, but the proportion of potash, phosphoric acid and alkalis is adequate. Okay. The proportion of iron oxide and lime vary within a wide range. So it varies from area to area, place to place. Now guys, there are two areas you have to remember, Bhabar and Tarai. Guys, what is Bhabar area? In Bhabar area, you will not, that area is not good for agriculture because it is a rocky area. Okay, you can also say that Bhabar area is basically the foothills of Himalayas, Shivalik ranges. So when the rivers are descending from a Himalayas, when the rivers are descending from Himalayas, there is a rocky area in the foothills of Himalayas near to Shivalik ranges. Here cultivation is not possible, but further that Bhabar area, there is a marshy area. Marshy means swampy. In Hindi, we call it as daldal. Daldal. Okay. Over there, it is a marshy area. Okay. So these are the two areas you have to remember. Bhabar is a rocky area, which is not good for cultivation. And then we have got Tarai area. Okay. Which is a marshy area. But it is covered by forest. Guys, this is the most important thing. Alluvial soil, according to its age, can be divided into two. Bhangar and Khadar. What is Bhangar? Old alluvial deposition. What is Khadar? New alluvial deposition. So the new alluvial keeps on depositing by the rivers, that is known as Khadar, and the old alluvial which is deposited by the rivers, that is known as Bhangar. Okay, so Bhangar is old alluvial deposition, Khadar is new alluvial deposition. Alright. So guys, this was about alluvial soil. Coming to the next one, we have got black soil. Guys, black soil is also known as cotton soil because cotton is a crop which is grown in this particular soil. This is the third largest group in India. Now guys, this soil is formed due to the volcanic eruption. So due to volcanic eruption, when the lava comes out and when it gets solidifies, it forms a rock. One of the rock which is formed is basalt rock. Okay, so due to the weathering process on basalt rock, black soil is formed. Okay, these are the places wherein you will find black soil like Maharashtra, Gujarat, western part of Madhya Pradesh, and these are the states wherein you will find accumulation of black soil, which is very good for cotton. My dear students, this soil is rich in iron, lime, calcium, potash, magnesium, and aluminium. So this is something you have to remember. Okay, it has a very high water retaining capacity. Water can be retained in this soil, which is good for the cultivation of obviously cotton, tobacco, citric fruits, castor and linseeds. Black soil. Next, arid soil. Found mostly in Rajasthan. Guys, this soil is mostly found in the western part of Rajasthan. Most of the soil, like 90% of this soil consists of sand, which is not good for cultivation of crops. Okay. Organic matter is very low. Okay. All right. Water retaining capacity is very low. So, how we can use this soil for cultivation? Only with the help of irrigation. With the help of irrigation, this soil can be used for agriculture. Like for example, it can be used for bajra, pulses, fodder. Like these are some of the crops which can be used, which can grow in less water intensive. These are less water intensive crops, means which requires less water. So such type of crops can be grown in arid soil. All right. Next, we have got red and yellow soil. Guys, why it is red in color? Guys, the reason behind it is red in color because of the diffusion of iron. Because it consists of iron molecules in it. That is why due to the diffusion of iron, it looks red in color. Why it turns red, yellow in color? When it is in hydrated form. When you will find water molecules in this soil, it will turn yellow in color. When it has got iron, diffusion of iron, it gives rise to red soil, red color. Guys, these are the places where you will find red soil and yellow soil. Odisha, Chhattisgarh, southern parts of the middle Ganga plains. Okay, these are some of the areas wherein you will find red and yellow soil. Laterite soil. Guys, this soil is soft when they are wet and hard when they are dry. Yes, so this is something you are supposed to remember. These are the places you will find laterite soil like Western Ghats, okay, somewhere in Eastern Ghats also, Satpura and Vindhya ranges near to Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand in the northeastern part of peninsular India. In all these places, you will find laterite soil. Guys, this soil is poor in organic matter, nitrogen, potassium, lime, and potash. So this soil lacks in all these things. This soil is rich in iron and aluminium and good for cultivation of rice, ragi, sugarcane, and cashew nuts. So, guys, I can understand the topic is quite lengthy. Yeah, it is not difficult to understand, but yeah, it is difficult to remember all these things. It's a challenging task. So I believe that if you guys are watching this video just before your exam, so I believe that you know all these things. Okay, great. Now, guys, coming to the last one, that is mountain soil. Guys, this soil, these soil have less developed soil profile and are mainly found in the valleys and hill slopes of Himalayas. So mostly you will find in the western Himalayas and eastern Himalayas. Guys, this soil is called immature and it is dark brown in color. It lacks in humus also and it is acidic in nature. My dear students, why I'm underlining these points? Because these are the keywords you have to use. This soil is used for orchards, fodder, legumes, which are grown very well in this soil. Alright guys, this is a distribution of the major types of soil in India. Now coming to the soil erosion part. Guys, soil also gets eroded due to various reasons. The very first reason is due to the flowing water, due to the runoff water. Due to runoff water, different types of soil, layers of the soil gets eroded. When the topmost layer of the soil gets eroded, that is known as sheet erosion. Continuous erosion of the topmost layer of the soil deepens the cracks, which leads to rill erosion. So first sheet erosion takes place, followed by rill erosion. And further, if the cracks get deepened और ज़्यादा गहरे हो गए, it gives rise to gully erosion. So first sheet erosion takes place, followed by rill erosion, and then by gully erosion. You can just see the cracks of this soil, which cannot be used for cultivation further. And then we have got erosion due to winds also. So due to aeolian erosion, wind erosion also removes the top layer of the soil. So this is how the soil gets eroded. But it is very, very important, guys, to conserve this soil. Okay, so which are the different methods we can apply or implement for land and soil conservation? Let's see. First thing, guys, terrace farming. In my last session, I have explained you everything in detail about terrace farming and counter ploughing. Do you remember? Okay, once again, I will tell you. What is terrace farming? Guys, terrace farming is a technique followed in the hills. So it is only followed in the hilly regions. It is done by cutting wide steps around the slopes of hills to plant crops. Okay, as you can see in this image, there is a slope, there is a mountain, and these steps are made. These terraces are made by the farmers. Purposely, they are made by the farmers, and on these steps, crops are cultivated. Acha, how it will avoid soil erosion? The flat, wide steps do not allow the water to flow down freely and take away the topsoil. So what happens, guys? When there is a slope due to the run of water, the top layer of the soil gets removed. When such kind of steps are created, it will avoid soil erosion, removal of the top layer of the soil. So that is what is known as terrace farming. All right, guys, terrace farming and counter ploughing is actually same. In counter ploughing, these steps are in a natural form, are naturally formed. Okay, the land is not altered. In terrace farming, the land is altered by the farmers to make such kind of steps. But in counter ploughing is a ploughing technique that does not alter or change the natural shape of the hill slopes. It uses the slope as to prevent soil erosion. So these are natural slopes, and on these natural slopes, cultivation is done. All right, guys, this is a difference. Then we have got shelter belts, guys. What are shelter belts? Planting of trees in one line so that it will avoid wind erosion. And then we have got intercropping, growing multiple crops in one field. It will avoid soil erosion by not increasing the production of weeds over there. So that is intercropping. So my dear students, these are some of the steps we can take to avoid land and soil erosion. I hope, my dear students, this one short video was helpful for everyone, and all the best for your exams. Take care. Thank you so much. And if you want to join my long-term batches, make sure that you guys subscribe or enroll to our sessions. The link is there in the description box. Do not forget to apply my coupon code as ADPRO. Thank you so much, friends, for attending my session. I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, take very, very good care of yourself. Bye bye, guys. Take care.